Hello and welcome to another episode of Qué Pasa Hialeah. Hi, my name is Dr. Tony Cruz. I am the campus president here at the Hialeah campus of Miami-Dade College. And today we have a special guest. It's John Janusz, Director of Economic Development for Freebee. Welcome, John. How are you today?
Very good, Tony. Thank you. Thank you very much for having Freebee on Qué Pasa Hialeah today.
Awesome. It's a pleasure. And John, we're just going to go and dive right into the questions. I have a few questions for you. I think it's really important for our audience to learn more about Freebee, what it is. So first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us about the company, Freebee.
Certainly. Well, my name's John. I've been living in Miami for about 8 years. I'm the Director of Economic Development for Freebee, and my background's in hotels and hospitality. But of course, I'd like to focus a lot more on the company Freebee. So Freebee is a transportation company. We specialize in door-to-door, on-demand transportation, and we utilize 100% electric vehicles. So it's a fully equitable service that's aimed at connecting and building stronger communities.
Awesome. And I just, was made aware of Freebee just a few months ago when Freebee launched here in Hialeah. And I remember going to City Hall, right in front of City Hall, and they had the mayor and some of the council members and individuals, a lot of folks from Freebie that were there. We got to go into the Teslas, the two Teslas that run in the city of Hialeah. So tell us a little bit about what that service is here in Hialeah and how that came about in that partnership. I know that you're in other parts of South Florida as well. But here, particularly in Hialeah, how did that come about?
Yes, we currently service 24 cities in South Florida. We recently launched in Hialeah at the beginning of August, and we're especially excited about being part of the Hialeah community and contributing to the moniker of City of Progress.
Yes.
So it's certainly something that holds true presently in Hialeah, and the future is looking very, very bright. And we're very honored to be a part of that. So we've been in discussions with the city for several months. Sometimes these deals take time to develop. But Hialeah is in many ways like other places in Miami. In many ways, it's very unique, and there's no other place in the world like Hialeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the similarities of the traffic. The city of Hialeah has very high traffic, and so by having a ride-share service such as Freebee, we can help reduce the use of privately owned vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the ways that we service the area. It's a fully equitable service. So there are people that own their private vehicles, and there are people that do not own their private vehicles. And so they need a way to get around, whether they're going to school at NDC, or they need to go to a medical appointment at the grocery store, or going to and from work, or going to and out for lunch. We are there for all of those people.
Well, that's awesome. And I know that our students are taking advantage of that while they're, doing whatever they need to do while they're in the community, but also coming to and from the campus. So it's something that we're really happy that it's here. And we've also partnered with Freebee in the sense that we're advertising on one of the vehicles. So it's always great, as the Freebee, that Tesla is riding around Hialeah, that students and prospective students and community members can see that we are, that we're here and that we're part of this. So that sounds great. So what's the future? I mean, maybe just in general, like for Freebee, what's the future look like here in Hialeah? But maybe broadly, what's the future for Freebee?
Well, I think to focus first on the city of Hialeah, the future is very bright. We currently have two service areas, East and West Hialeah. So West Hialeah includes Miami-Dade College in that service area, and East Hialeah, it includes the Hialeah Park, the Metro Rail and Tri-Rail stations, and there's a lot of development in that area.
Yes.
And so there's going to be a growing demand for transportation to be able to connect from point A to point B, and to reduce the car traffic at the same time. And as more and more people move to Hialeah, there's going to be a higher demand for parking. So we hope to alleviate that. So the future is very bright for Hialeah, for people to have a dependable, convenient, and luxurious way to travel from door to door, on demand, and the the rides are free, which is fantastic.
It's the best part of all, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I forget to mention that, but yes, it's a free ride. And when we launched in the city of Hialeah, we received no less than 24 phone calls that first weekend of people simply just asking, "Is this for real? Is this service really coming to the city of Hialeah and Model X Teslas?" So it's important for us to not only offer a free, dependable ride for people, but to do so in a very warm, welcoming, and luxurious manner. So no longer does publicly funded transportation have to be something that you only have to take because you have to take it. You can now choose to take it and enjoy it. So that's our main goals, and we're very happy to bring that to the city of Hialeah, and we want to make that accessible to everybody there. For Freebee, the company, we're from Miami. Our office is based here in Wynwood. And so we're homegrown. This is our hometown. We're very proud of it. We've recently expanded in the last 2 years to Monroe County, Palm Beach County, Pinellas County on the Gulf Coast. And we expect to be out of state, servicing areas 500-600 miles from here by the start of summer, by May.
Great.
So it's really exciting.
Well, that sounds great. Congratulations on that expansion. And I think it's because it's a really great service, and people know it, right? So I think the consumer speaks, and that's really great. And like you said, it's a free service. Our community here is thrilled about it. Those vehicles are amazing. So we're really happy to have that here, and hopefully it will expand, because I know that given the traffic here just on 49th Street, just here on the west side of Hialeah, it seems like that it's never ending. And if there's ways of getting people from point A to point B in a more efficient way, and a friendlier, environmentally friendlier way, I think it's a great thing. So John, will give us, we have a lot of people that are watching, that will be watching this. The audience is it varies, right? We have people in the community, we have community leaders, but we also have a lot of students that watch. And so do you have any words of wisdom from your professional experience and things that you've done in the past or even currently, any words of wisdom that you would like to share with the audience?
Yes, very much. A lot of people see the Freebee vehicles moving around. And they think, hey, I'll take a ride one of these days, I'll get around to it. But don't wait. Download the Freebee app, take a ride, even if you're just going a half a mile or something like that, just to experience it. Meet our drivers. We take a lot of pride in our drivers, which we call ambassadors. And they're part of the community, so they're very knowledgeable. They can learn from you. You can teach them things. They can help shed some wisdom upon the service and how it flows. And then if you like the service, the more people that ride Freebee, the more the service expands. So we currently have 3 Teslas servicing the area. So sometimes rides are available in less than 10 minutes, but sometimes there's a spike in demand, and wait times can be 20 minutes, and sometimes more during rush hours. So the more people that utilize Freebee, the more the city has the justification to expand the fleet. And the more vehicles there are, that means shorter trip times, shorter routes, less waiting, and then it becomes a service that's readily accessible for everybody at all times of the day.
Yeah, well, so it's great advice, and I encourage everybody to try it out. I think it's a great service, and you really won't know what the experience is like unless you actually do it. So get the app and take a ride and experience it, and I'm sure that we'll have a lot of repeat customers. John, thank you so much for sharing the information about Freebee, about yourself, and we look forward to continuing to work with Freebee. Again, great service being provided to our community, and so thank you so much for that, and thank you, and thank everybody else at Freebee for what they're doing. And I want to thank you all for joining us today for another episode of Qué Pasa Hialeah, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you, Dr. Cruz.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.